Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water, but the bucket has 10 tiny holes at the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in, it keeps leaking out. That's exactly what happens with your finances when you have certain money habits. You work hard, you earn, but somehow it always feels like you're stuck in the same place, struggling to get ahead. Today, we're talking about the 10 money habits that keep people poor and stuck. If you recognize yourself in any of these, don't beat yourself up. It's about awareness and making small shifts that can completely change your financial future. So let's dive in. 1. Living paycheck to paycheck. Think of it like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. When every dollar that comes in immediately goes out, you never build a cushion for emergencies or opportunities. Living paycheck to paycheck makes you vulnerable. The car breaks down, you're in debt, medical bill pops up, you're stressed. The first step out of this cycle is creating a small emergency fund, even if it's just $500 to start. That cushion is like stepping off the treadmill and onto solid ground. 2. Relying on debt for lifestyle credit cards, loans, buy now, pay later apps. They can feel like lifelines, but they're more like anchors. It's like borrowing tomorrow's happiness for today's comfort. The problem is, tomorrow always comes, and with it, interest and payments that eat away at your income. If you're constantly swiping for things you can't afford, you're digging a deeper hole. Break the habit by making debt payoff a priority and cut back on unnecessary swipes. 3. Ignoring a budget. Imagine trying to drive across the country without a map or GPS. Sure, you might eventually reach your destination, but chances are you'll waste time, money, and energy taking wrong turns. That's what it's like living without a budget. A budget isn't punishment, it's simply a roadmap that shows your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. 4. Spending to impress others. Keeping up with the Joneses is like running a race where the finish line keeps moving. New phone, they'll get a newer one. Fancy car, they'll upgrade again. You'll never win. The truth is, most people you're trying to impress don't even notice or care. The habit of spending money for appearances keeps you chained to other people's opinions instead of building your own security. 5. Neglecting to save or invest. Picture planting a tree. If you keep eating the seeds instead of planting them, you'll never have shade, never have fruit, and you'll always be exposed. That's what happens when you don't save or invest. Even small amounts grow over time thanks to compound interest. Start small. $20 a week, automatic deposits, whatever works. The key is to start planting seeds now so your future self has something to lean on. 6. Not tracking small expenses. It's not always the big purchases that keep you broke, it's death by a thousand cuts. That daily coffee, the streaming subscriptions you forgot about, the impulse buys online, they add up. Imagine having a tiny leak in your roof. A single drop might not seem like much, but over time it ruins the entire ceiling. Track your expenses, even the small ones, because they're often what keep you financially stuck. Or 7. Avoiding financial education. Money is like a language. If you don't learn how to speak it, you'll always struggle to communicate with it. Yet many people avoid reading books, listening to podcasts, or even watching videos like this one about money. They think it's too complicated, but in reality, basic financial knowledge is power. The more you know, the more confident you become about making smarter moves with your money. 8. Not setting financial goals. Imagine playing basketball without a hoop. You'd just be running around, bouncing the ball, sweating, but never scoring. That's what living without financial goals looks like. If you don't know what you're aiming for, how do you measure progress? Whether it's paying off debt, saving for a house, or building wealth, set clear goals. They give you direction and motivation. 9. Depending only on one source of income. Think of a table with just one leg. It's unstable and ready to collapse at the slightest bump. That's what happens when all your money comes from just one job. If that job disappears, so does your entire livelihood. Building multiple streams of income, whether it's a side hustle, freelance work, or investments, adds stability to your financial table. 10. Procrastinating on money decisions. This one's like leaving dirty dishes in the sink. The longer you wait, the bigger the mess gets. Procrastinating on paying bills, starting to save, investing, or learning about money only makes your situation harder down the road. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. Don't wait for the perfect moment because it never comes. So there you have it, 10 money habits that keep you poor and stuck. But remember, Awareness is the first step. If you recognize yourself in some of these, don't feel discouraged, feel empowered. Because once you see the holes in your financial bucket, you can start patching them up. Wealth doesn't happen overnight. It's built slowly and steadily by replacing bad habits with good ones, saving consistently, budgeting wisely, living below your means, and investing in your future. So ask yourself, which of these habits are you going to work on changing today? Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more practical money tips, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Until next time, remember, your financial future is in your hands.